Francesco Moser was born on June 19, 1951, in Palo di Giovo, a small village in the province of Trentino Alto Adige, northern Italy. Raised in a family with a deep love for cycling, Moser's early exposure to the sport was inevitable. His father, also an avid cyclist, and his brothers were passionate about two-wheeled racing, and it was in this environment that Francesco developed a fascination with the sport. As a child, Moser was highly active and began riding bicycles at an early age, initially participating in local races in his home region. His competitive nature was clear from the outset, and his growing talent quickly caught the attention of local cycling clubs. Moser's athletic potential began to emerge during his teenage years, and by the age of 18, he was competing in his first serious races. His determination to succeed and his innate cycling abilities set him apart from his peers. Moser's early years were spent racing at the amateur level, where he began to gain recognition for his strength and endurance, especially in the mountainous terrains of Italy. His strong climbing skills and ability to perform in one-day races helped lay the foundation for his future success as a professional cyclist. In 1974, Francesco Moser turned professional and joined the Santex team, marking the beginning of his long and illustrious career in professional cycling. His early years as a professional rider saw him competing in a variety of race formats, from one-day classics to stage races. Moser's climbing abilities and strength on the flat allowed him to excel in many different disciplines, making him one of the most versatile riders of his generation. Moser's breakthrough into the international spotlight came in 1975, when he won Milan-San Remo, one of the most prestigious one-day races in cycling. This victory was a major achievement for Moser and established him as a formidable presence in European cycling. It was the first of many victories in his career, signaling the start of his dominance in both Italian and international cycling events. His ability to perform consistently at a high level made him a key figure in the peloton. In the late 1970s, Moser continued to build upon his success, participating in the major European Grand Tour, such as the Tour de France and Giro d'Italia. Though his results in the Grand Tour were respectable, it was in the one-day classics and time trials where Moser truly began to shine. His performances in these events, where power and endurance were key, showcased his true potential as a world-class athlete. The pinnacle of Francesco Moser's career came in the early 1980s when he achieved dominance in the world of professional cycling. His breakthrough year was 1984, when he made his mark in several of the sport's most prestigious events. In that year, Moser achieved an incredible feat by winning the Paris-Roubaix, one of the hardest and most iconic one-day races in cycling. This victory was significant not only for its difficulty but also for In the same year, Moser also claimed victory in Liège-Bastogne-Liège, one of the 5 monuments of cycling. His ability to win both Paris-Roubaix and Liège-Bastogne-Liège in the same season cemented his reputation as a versatile and formidable one-day rider. Moser was known for his powerful sprinting, aggressive tactics, and exceptional physical endurance, all of which contributed to his success in these grueling races. In 1984, Moser also set a world-hour record, an achievement that became one of the defining moments of his career. He broke the previous record held by Eddy Merckx, one of the most legendary cyclists in history, by riding 51.151 kilometers in 1 hour at the Velodromo Vigorelli in Milan. Moser's accomplishment was remarkable, and the world-hour record became one of the most prestigious feats in cycling. His achievement in this discipline during the peak of his career Moser continued to excel in Giro d'Italia, where he won multiple stages and finished on the podium in the general classification. His reputation as a leader in stage races was growing, as his strength in the mountains, time trials, and one-day classics made him a threat across all areas of racing. Moser's aggressive riding style, often taking the initiative in races and creating breaks, endeared him to fans and made him a household name. Francesco Moser's career is marked by a series of remarkable victories, many of which have placed him among the elite cyclists of all time. Some of his most notable achievements include World Hour Record 1984. Moser's legendary World Hour record of 51.151 kilometers set in 1984 became one of the defining moments of his career. This achievement marked him as one of the best time trialists in cycling history. Paris-Roubaix 1984. Moser won the Paris-Roubaix, one of cycling's most prestigious and challenging one-day races. In 1984, the victory earned him the reputation of being one of the best classic riders in history. Liège-Bastogne-Liège 1984. Another monumental victory for Moser came in 1984 when he triumphed in the Liège-Bastogne-Liège, one of the monuments of cycling, cementing his status as a top one-day rider. Giro d'Italia. Moser had great success in the Giro d'Italia, with multiple stage victories and several podium finishes in the general classification. His time-trialing abilities made him a contender for the overall title, and his success in the Italian Grand Tour helped elevate his career. Milan-San Remo 1975. Moser won Milan-San Remo, the first of his career-defining victories. This victory laid the foundation for his future success in one-day races and Italian national championships. Moser was successful in his home country as well, winning the Italian National Road Race Championship twice in 1977 and 1978, underlining his status as one of Italy's finest cyclists. Tour de France. Although Moser never won the Tour de France, he finished high in the rankings several times and took multiple stage victories. His time-trialing prowess made him a strong contender in the general classification. After a series of outstanding victories, Francesco Moser began to experience the physical toll of his long and demanding career in the mid-1980s. By the late 1980s, he faced increasing competition from younger cyclists, and his performances began to plateau. However, he continued to participate in the sport for several more years, competing at a high level and maintaining a presence in many international events. In 1988, Moser retired from professional cycling, having achieved a stellar career filled with victories and accolades. He remained involved in the sport post-retirement, taking on various roles, including team management and mentorship for up-and-coming cyclists. His reputation as a cycling legend only grew in retirement, with many in the cycling world acknowledging his immense contribution to the sport. Following his retirement, Moser took part in numerous cycling-related events, charity rides, and special commemorations of his achievements. He also made occasional appearances at races, further solidifying his iconic status within the cycling community. In the years following his retirement, Moser also became a successful businessman, particularly in the cycling industry, where he made contributions to developing cycling equipment and promoting the sport.